This is Keep the Faith Ministry News. I'm Hal Mayer. California AB 2943 was recently passed by the California Assembly, which is aimed at anything designed to help a person with unwanted gender dysphoria or a same-sex attraction to break free of it. It bans books, conferences, counseling that would advocate Muslim, Jewish, and Christian views on gender and sexual orientation. The California Assembly approved a bill 50-18 that tells churches and others with traditional beliefs about gender and sexual orientation that advocating for their views could get them sued or put in jail. AB 2943 declares that advertising offering to engage in or engaging in sexual orientation change efforts with an individual is illegal under the state's consumer fraud law. The state of California has no right to deny its residents the resources to help them find happiness or to shut down counselors, schools, and religious organizations that provide those services, said Jonathan Keller in a Twitter response to the Assembly vote. Every person experiencing unwanted same-sex attraction or gender dysphoria must be allowed to pursue help in achieving their desired goals and outcomes. The implications of this legislation spread far beyond regulating the type of counseling offered by licensed therapists, who are already banned from helping minors with unwanted same-sex attractions. Several legal experts have confirmed that by targeting financial transactions, AB 2943 threatens the ability of religious nonprofits, churches, and pastors from selling resources that help people practice their faith. This Must Stay Gay bill, as it has been dubbed, would potentially criminalize even the sale of Bibles, because the Bible teaches that homosexuality is wrong, and that those who are same-sex attracted must not act out their attraction, as that would be sin. The text of the Assembly bill actually says that it would be an unlawful business practice to engage in a transaction intended to result or that results in the sale or lease of goods or services to any consumer that advertise, offer to engage in, or do engage in sexual orientation change efforts with an individual. In other words, it would be illegal for a bookstore to sell books on how someone with same-sex attraction can overcome the temptation. It would make the sale or transaction illegal and punishable by law. Can you imagine the implications of this? California is actually trying to force Christians to give up their freedom of speech, even when someone wants to change his gay orientation to a straight orientation. There is no personal freedom there. This extraordinarily radical bill will make California the first state, perhaps even the first governing body in the world, to adopt this form of legislation. And note carefully the vote in the Assembly, 50-18 in favor of the bill. This is the most egregious bill ever so far, yet this was predicted in the Bible, when Jesus said, "Likewise also, as it was in the days of Lot, even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man shall be revealed." Here's another question to answer. Once they ban books, how long will it be before they burn them? And then how long will it be before they jail or ultimately burn the people who write, publish, or sell them, or promote them? Remember, some who live godly lives in the last days will experience the same persecutions of the Middle Ages. After all, history repeats itself. See The Great Controversy, page 581. They have already jailed Kim Davis, the county clerk in Kentucky who refused to issue same-sex marriage licenses, saying she got what she deserved. She has since been released, but not until she agreed not to interfere with her deputy clerks issuing the licenses. Some have already likened Christian conservatives to ISIS and the Taliban and Al-Qaeda and the Nazis, holding signs saying that they should be thrown to the lions. Would that have made Daniel cringe? Not in Babylon. But in America, where they're used to freedom of speech, this is completely overthrowing all common sense. I'm afraid most don't have the backbone of Daniel. The bill now goes to the California Senate. Same-sex activists are surrounding the California and the United States legal house. Genesis 19:4 gives us a symbolic reference. But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, both old and young, all the people from every quarter. They mocked Lot as making himself a judge over them, and threatened to deal worse with him than they had purposed toward his guests. They rushed upon him and would have torn him in pieces had he not been rescued by the angels of God. The heavenly messengers put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them and shut the door. That's Patriarchs and Prophets, page 159. The men and women who voted in favor of this bill are blind, just like the men of Sodom in the days of Lot. This is Keep the Faith Ministry News. Thank you for watching.